an absolute honor to have this conversation with you today.
So let's start off by just telling me a little bit about SCLAN and its history.
SCLAN didn't happen overnight. I recall attending a UN General Assembly where I sat on a panel for Every Woman, Every Child, and Every Woman, Every Child is the brainchild of the former Secretary General. I was thinking, like, this light bulb went off, and I was thinking, well, maybe this is something we can perhaps do in the Caribbean. We hosted a conference on adolescent pregnancy, a regional conference in Belize. I quickly realized that we all face all of these same issues, and it was really then that I started thinking, well, we really should look at every woman, every child, but I still wasn't sure how to make it work for just the Caribbean. My office, Belize in general, has made some strides in addressing violence against women. I recall in 2014 when we wanted to make a real impact on Belize countrywide, and we launched the 20,000 Strong campaign. Imagine a Belize without women. It was for our women to know their power, to know their influence, to know their significance. We've also done a lot of advocacy work, done a lot of campaigns with the female national football team. We have taken over the 16 days of activism. One of the important things that we have incorporated in the 16 days of activism is getting testimonies from survivors. I've also co-written two books. My Body is Precious, which addresses knowing your worth as teenagers, and for young children, Good Touch, Bad Touch. One of the events that I found enlightening is going to the schools and speaking to our young girls. If one person is able to make a difference in their lives because of us engaging them through school rallies, then we've made a difference. For me, the Equal Opportunities Bill is so very important, and that's why I lend my voice to that bill. We all can make a difference. We all need to use our voices to influence change. Change won't come with one person. It won't come with two. It will take all of us.
And I'm being joined by Ms. Jacqueline Dragone, Executive Director of the Spouses of CARICOM Leaders Action Network, SCLAN. We want you to tell us a little bit about your project entitled Engaging Men and Boys to Advance Gender Equality and Prevent Gender-Based Violence.
We're very excited about this project, and I would like to begin by actually thanking the Spotlight Initiative for supporting this project and for supporting SCLAN. SCLAN's main priority of work is engaging men and boys for gender-based violence. So this is an important project for us to continue. So reducing gender-based violence is one of the SCLAN's priority areas, so this fits in perfect with our work for this year. I also would like to thank our partners for this project, the Special Envoy for Women and Children and the National Women's Commission. This project is very special because the men and boys will be working on two things: understanding the dynamics of gender and violence within their own personal lives and their community. At the same time, they will be introducing tools and strategies to be able to do, work on preventing gender-based violence in their own lives. So it's basically two-part, as well as bringing the awareness through a public awareness campaign. Well, this project will go through a training of trainers with groups of men and boys, which we hope at the end of the day would like to become facilitators to go out into the district to start doing community training. So we will be looking at a committed coalition of men and boys to carry the message forward to advance gender equality and to help prevent gender-based violence.
So speaking earlier with Kim on the initiatives of SCLAN and the Special Envoy for Women and Children, we spoke a lot about really ending the discrimination against women and children and how it is a collective effort. Now, in your role as Executive Director of SCLAN, tell us why it's so important to engage men and boys in these initiatives to be able to end the discrimination of women and end gender-based violence.
That's an excellent question, and I think that is what is the gap that has been missing all of these years. We have focused on women and girls, which is a correct way to go, but we also need to incorporate men and boys in the discussion, because without them, it can't work. So what we are doing moving forward is focusing on men and boys, and then bringing in the women and girls as well. Gender-based violence is everybody's problem. Everybody needs to take a role. We all need to work together and end this problem as soon as we can. So when I say it's everybody's role, I want to ask everybody as well, what is their commitment today to end gender-based violence?
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful.